Bihari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yasuranandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yasuranandana Brajajana Ranjana. Chamunatira Vanachari. Chamunatira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yasuranandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yasuranandana Brajajana Ranjana. Jamunatira Vanachari. Jamunatira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yasudanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yasudanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yasudanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yasudanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yamunatira Vanachari. Yamunatira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Nitai Gora Haribol, 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 Nitai Gora Haribol. Nitai Gora Haribol, 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 Haribol. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gordhanandi, Hari Hari Bol. So today we are reading from the 10th canto, chapter 7. Chapter is entitled The Killing of the Demon Trinivart, and this is text number 3. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vasudevaya. Atanya api Krishnasya, Atanyadapi Krishnasya, Toka Charitam Adbhutam, Toka Charitam Adbhutam, Manusham Loka Asadya, Manusham Loka Tajyatim Anuran. Manusham Lokam Asadya Tajyatim Anurandata Anyadapi Krishnasya Toka charitam adbhutam manusham lokam asa tashyatim anurandataha atanadapi krishnasya. Anybody with a deeper voice want to chant? Somebody who's not doing any classes, please chant. Anybody who's never chanted the shloka ever, please, this is your first time, and it's in Sridham Mayapur. Mataji's. Kids have no fear. No fear. Somebody else? Devotees should be fearless. So, Mataji's, and especially, I'm going to say somebody else should chant, because I'm going to tell you a story a bit later that's going to fire you up that you wish you had heard before you chanted, but you're going to get fired up anyway in anticipation of this story. Sorry. Go ahead. I forgot what I was going to say, so I'm glad you did that. Okay, the word for word. Ata, also. Anyad api, other pastimes also. Krishnasya, of child Krishna. Toka acharitam adbhutam. There are also wonderful childhood pastimes. Manusham, as if playing as a human child. Lokam asadya, appearing on this planet Earth in human society. Tatjatim, exactly like a human child. Anurandataha, who was imitating. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: please describe other pastimes of Krishna, the Supreme Personality, who appeared on this planet Earth, imitating a human child and performing wonderful activities like killing Putana. Isn't it interesting that we, as devotees, we relish killing? I mean, if you say this anywhere outside, we're relishing the killing of Hiranyakashipu getting ripped to shreds. Oh, yeah. Putana. Oh, yeah, just suck the life air right out of her. And devotees are going, yeah, more. Give us more. Well, that's actually what's about to happen here. Purport. Maharaj Parikshit requested Shukadev Goswami to narrate other childhood pastimes exhibited by Krishna while playing as a human child. The Supreme Personality of Godhead incarnates at different times in different planets and universes, and according to the nature of those places, He exhibits His unlimited potency. That a child sitting on the lap of his mother was able to kill the gigantic Putana is extremely wonderful for the inhabitants of this planet. But on other planets, the inhabitants are more advanced, and therefore the pastimes the Lord performs there are still more wonderful. Krishna's appearance on this planet like a human being makes us more fortunate than the demigods in the heavenly planets, higher planets. And therefore Maharaj Parikshit was very much interested in hearing about them. Om Jnana-tiraram Jasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmitan Gena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Bhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Maganamayam Tadati Sabatanteham. We're going to go into Vanchakalpa Churubascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So here we have Maharaj Parikshit. He's wanting to hear more stories about Krishna, more stories about his devotees. He just wants more. He's getting a taste, so he wants more. Devotees are much like that. We really crave to hear about Krishna. Once you get that taste, there's like nothing better. Nothing better. And here's Maharaj Parikshit, right? He's fasted probably for 5 days. We can probably say 5 days because he did 7 days. So 5 days, 10th canto. He hasn't eaten anything. He hasn't had anything to drink. He hasn't slept. And still he's just excited. He's fired up. Please, give me more. Give me more. One time, actually the first time in New York City where Janmashtami was celebrated outside of India, Srila Prabhupada introduced just one day, nobody knew about it, he just said, today is Janmashtami. And everybody went, what's that? We don't know what that is. What's Janmashtami? Prabhupada explained, he says, it's like your Christmas. We celebrate the birth or the appearance of Krishna, and it's called Janmashtami. And all the devotees are, oh yeah, okay, whatever, that's kind of fun. All right, so. And Prabhupada says, so today we will have a special day. Because normally they would just, they would have a little kirtan, Prabhupada would speak, they would take prasadam, and off they'd go to do whatever they were going to do that day. But today, this day, Prabhupada said, today we will have a special day. Today, we will hear and chant the glories of Krishna all day. The devotees are like, oh, all day? Like seriously, all day? And Prabhupada says, and all night. And they're thinking, come on, the class is usually 40 minutes. You're all day and night? And Prabhupada then said, this is how we will do it. We will chant Hare Krishna on our beads for half an hour. We will have kirtan for half an hour. And then I will speak about Krishna's pastimes for half an hour. And we will do that continuously all day and night. Now the devotees, after hearing that last and night, all day and night, they were thinking, oh, come on, this is like austerity. All day and night, like 40, maybe an hour. We could do an hour. It's more than 40 minutes, but all day and night. Then Prabhupada says, and we shall fast all day and night. And now they're all going, what? All day and night? How is this even possible? I knew I should have eaten something before I came today. They're just freaking out. So Prabhupada started. He started with kirtan. Then he had lecture. And then japa. And then kirtan. And then lecture. And then japa. Kirtan, lecture, japa. Now it's like 2:30 in the afternoon. And the devotees are been sitting, listening, but it's wonderful taste. They're eager to hear. They're eager to chant. They're with Prabhupada. This is nectar. We're getting such nectar, but I'm really hungry. They've never fasted before. So Prabhupada, he says, all right then, here's what you can do. Go get some rock candy. Like rock candy? What's rock candy? So one devotee volunteered to go out and get some. She came back with something very similar to this, which I carry with me all the time. I'm not hungry anymore. So the devotee came back with this rock candy. The devotees at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they're feasting on this candy. To them, it's like, oh my gosh, do you have more of these things? Oh, they're eating, and this is just wonderful. But Prabhupada kept going into the night. Now all of a sudden, they're filled with spiritual energy. They're not hungry anymore. They're not thirsty. They're not tired because they've been chanting on japa. They've been having kirtan, and they've been listening to Prabhupada give wonderful pastimes of Krishna. It filled them up. They were so content. Not quite as fired up as Maharaj Parikshit, but you get the idea. They're new devotees. It worked. They were just filled with Krishna. It worked. One time in New Vrindavan, Prabhupada was celebrating Janmashtami. And the devotees in New Vrindavan, well, they were very, very austere. They worked very hard. It's a farm. They worked very hard. They didn't eat a whole lot because there wasn't a whole lot to eat. So Prabhupada it was getting very close to midnight. They'd fasted all day, not eating anything, working very hard. Prabhupada had them all sitting in the temple room, very crowded. Lots of sannyasis were there. Devotees came from all over, not just New Vrindavan devotees. All Prabhupada's sannyasis were sitting all around him. Comes just upon midnight. Prabhupada says, let us read from Krishna book. Wow, this is so ecstatic. Krishna book. Srila Prabhupada's right there. So they start reading. They read a chapter of Krishna book. Devotees are a little hungry. They're a little tired. Actually, they're very tired. The chapter finishes. Now they're excited. Well, go ahead. We're going to have a feast. We're going to have a feast. This is going to be ecstatic. Prabhupada says, read another. Okay. So they start reading another. But now everyone's starting to get a little tired because now it's after midnight. And they had their internal clock set for midnight, right? So midnight, just got to make it to midnight. Midnight, that's all. And then we get some feast. We get a feast. It's going to be great. We're going to have a feast. Prabhupada's here. Everything's wonderful. And now it's like 12:30. They're starting to fall asleep. So in front of Srila Prabhupada, like I said, are sannyasis, about 12 of them. And they're starting to nod out. They're starting to fall asleep. Now, you know with sannyasis, back in the early days, everybody carried a danda. They all had their dandas. So you can imagine 12 sannyasis falling asleep with their dandas. All you can see is a sea of dandas going up and down, up and down, up and down. Prabhupada takes no notice. The devotees in the back, they're smirking, they're laughing. This is like funny to watch. Oh, the sannyasis are doing that. So they finish the next chapter. Everybody wakes up. All right, feast time. Prabhupada says, read another. It's Krishna book. Prabhupada's there. It's Janmashtami. Okay, let's do it one more time. They read the next one. Same thing happens. The dandas are going up and down. Not synchronized, so there's like 15 dandas going. They're all falling asleep. Of course, everybody in the back's laughing. Prabhupada just listening. He's enjoying Krishna book. It's Janmashtami. What better thing to do than to hear Krishna's pastimes on Janmashtami? The devotees love it. It's ecstatic, but oh, come on, this is really austere. Comes to the end of the chapter, Prabhupada says, now we may have feast. And of course, the devotees, they cheer a little bit, like, Jai! Everyone's running for the prasadam. It's pretty ecstatic. So, not quite as fired up as Maharaj Pariksit. He did, to this point, 5 days not eating, not sleeping, not drinking. That's how much absorption he had in this katha that he was hearing, Srimad Bhagavatam. Pretty amazing. Now, Dhruva Maharaj, when asked about how he was going to deal with this material world, he says, as long as I'm around devotees, I'm in the association of devotees, I become mad to hear about this Krishna Katha. Mad. I mean, mad. That's pretty fired up, isn't it? That's enthusiasm to the highest level. I'm mad to hear about it. That's Dhruva Maharaj. Maybe not to the level of Maharaj, maybe above the level of Maharaj, but certainly not to the level of the devotees at New Vrindavan. But how about you guys? Are we all mad to hear about Krishna? Really? Who said that? We have a pure devotee among us. Haribol! Wow, you should be giving class. Mad to hear about it. That's incredible. I'm impressed. Very, very impressed. Now, in the very beginning of the movement, Srila Prabhupada, he knew what he was working with. The devotees who were coming, well, they weren't devotees yet, obviously. They were just interested. They weren't really quite getting it. They didn't quite get it. They knew that Prabhupada was an amazing Swami from India. Something very, very attractive about him. But they weren't quite understanding what Prabhupada was saying. Okay, I'm not that body. That kind of makes sense. The rest of it, well, Sanskrit is, it's like far out language. Just listening to it, listening to Prabhupada say Sanskrit, it's like, wow, this is really cool. I don't know what it means, but it's really cool. So Prabhupada, he had a plan how to bring these devotees along. He would cook the prasadam. Srila Prabhupada would serve the prasadam. And of course, Prabhupada would clean the pots and pans too. But Prabhupada would serve the prasadam. He would say, here, have chapati. Have another chapati. Have sabji. Have more sabji. And he would go around and he'd come back and he goes, another chapati. Oh, no, Swamiji, I've had enough. Have another. More sabji? No, I'm full, thank you. Have some more. Prabhupada would keep piling their plates up. More sabji, more halva, more rice, more chapati, more sabji. They're like, oh, I can't eat anymore. And this was like a daily thing. Srila Prabhupada was filling them with prasadam. Then after a while, Prabhupada stopped doing that. And the devotees like, I said no, and Prabhupada walked away. What happened? So one of his disciples said, Swamiji, you were like really pushing the food, the prasadam upon us. Now you stopped. You're like taking no for an answer? Why? And Prabhupada says, now you are understanding. You are asking good questions. So Prabhupada's plan worked. All of a sudden, they were starting to understand a bit more simply by taking prasadam. Because prasadam is Krishna, right? So they were absorbed in Krishna through prasadam. One of Prabhupada's special tricks. Now, in the very early days, kirtan was simply in a little storefront at 26 2nd Avenue. You could wander in, chant a bit, and wander out and go about and do whatever you wanted to do. Go out and have a coffee, have a cigarette, go back in, chant some more if you want. It was very, secluded in a nice little spot. Not a big deal. One day, Srila Prabhupada says, we will take our instruments and we will chant and go to the park. The devotee's like, outside? You want us to walk outside and chant? We've done this before. This is new. You're actually now making a statement. I am a Hare Krishna. It's a big deal. Back in 1966, that's a big deal. Because you don't know what a Hare... Nobody knows what a Hare Krishna is. They're walking down the street singing Hare Krishna. Everybody's like, what are they doing? They see Prabhupada. Prabhupada's dressed like a sannyasi. They don't know what a sannyasi is. He's got a bunch of people behind him singing. Are they freaks? Are they from another planet? Who are these people? So that was like a surrender. But because Prabhupada had them so fired up, they got into it. Okay. Prabhupada says we should do it. Let's do it. So they went out. Wow, look what happened just from that. We're all here because of something so simple. Harinam, prasadam. So simple. Now we become enthusiastic. When I first joined the movement, it was almost winter. So my first winter in America, as a Hare Krishna, I was engaged in Sankirtan. Went to the airport, distributed in malls. And when it got very lots of snow, we decided to go somewhere outside of my area. We went to a colder area because nobody else was doing there really well. It was so cold, so austere that we used to go out. We were doing packs of incense, give them
give them a small book, a pack of incense. Everybody knows what a pack of incense looks like. Remember the old sky, spiritual sky. But it's a pack like this. So you'd hold it in your hand, and you'd approach people. A pack of incense. You give them a small book. At the end of the day, we would come back and we would stay in a motel room. And we would come into the motel room and we were frozen solid. We would take back out of our hand, and our hand would be like this, frozen, because it turned into an incense. The fingers were not anything but for holding the incense. We would go in front of the heater and go. All right. All right. Now, but we did this because we were absorbed in the instruction of the spiritual master. And we became very enthusiastic, like Maharaj Parikshit. Become enthusiastic to worship the spiritual master by following his order. That same year, this is 1975, for those keeping track. Before we went to this traveling, or actually when we came back, it was actually Christmas. So for Christmas, remember, I'm a bhakta. I'm a new guy. I'm doing this Hare Krishna thing. Whatever it is, we didn't care. We're just, whatever you ask me to do, I will do, because I'm a Hare Krishna, I'm a follower of Srila Prabhupada, and I'm going to do whatever it takes. Well, they asked us to go out and go downtown Philadelphia. There was 8 of us. We'd all get in the van, and we were all dressed as Santa Claus. 8 Hare Krishnas, Santa Claus. Now, where our temple was, the people didn't really like having us there because we're loud, we're noisy, we make noise at 4:30 in the morning. Who wants you in the neighborhood? So they would see us loading into our van, 8 Santa Clauses coming out of the temple, pillows stuffed in our stomachs, get in the van. There's 8 of us. We're doing Sankirtan. Now, as a bhakta, this is a buzz. This is fun, right? I mean, who doesn't want to play Santa Claus? Ho, 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 up and there's my elves and then my reindeer up on the roof. Look up there. People used to look. Hey, it worked. Why not? Hey, Rudolph. People would look. Does he have a reindeer up there? They didn't know. But we were so ecstatic we did anything. So enthusiastic we did anything. And when you feel that way, you get the mercy. You really get the mercy. That is the fun. Enthusiasm is very important. Just like Maharaj Parikshit. He's enthusiastic. His enthusiasm says, please describe the other pastimes of Krishna. Now, I'm going to tell you a first, because this is a very important part of our movement. This is a first. Los Angeles, 1968. Devotees were going to have an initiation in the temple on a Sunday. Sunday feast, Los Angeles, initiation. Now the devotees used to go to a park and they do puppet shows. And in Laguna Beach, which is nearby, there was a store that allowed the devotees to chant. Now, from both of these places, they used to bring people back to the temple for the Sunday feast. Because people wanted a free feast. It was very enlivening. They used to come back. And this particular day, this particular Sunday, like I said, there was an initiation, and Prabhupada was there. Srila Prabhupada was going to personally be there for this initiation. Also, there was a television crew filming from Italy.
doing a documentary on the Hare Krishnas. And also there was a guru from her own sampradaya. Shama Devi was her name. She was 50, 55, 60 years old. She had a lot of older gentlemen and women, Hindus, as her disciples. She came also. So after the initiation, it's on a stage. Prabhupada's up on the stage. After the initiation, Prabhupada gives a speech and he starts kirtan. 1968, kirtan was chanting and doing the Swami step. End of story. Chanting and doing the Swami step. It's like synchronized swimming. Everyone did the exact same movements. They got in two lines facing each other. They did the Swami step. Okay? Nothing else. There's nothing else. It's the Swami step. Kirtan finishes by Prabhupada. He gets somebody else to chant. This other devotee is chanting. It's pretty ecstatic. It's getting pretty fired up. Prabhupada stands up from his Vyasasana. Pretty fired up kirtan. Swami steps picking up. All of a sudden, Srila Prabhupada, he jumps up and down. Prabhupada's jumping up and down. All the devotees are going, Prabhupada's jumping up and down. Look, he's jumping up and down. He's not doing the Swami step. He's jumping up and down. All the devotees are like, I guess we can jump up and down too. So they start jumping up and down. Prabhupada's jumping up and down. The devotees are jumping up and down. This is pretty ecstatic. This is like a lot of fun. This is like a whole new thing for us. We can jump up and down in kirtan. This is ecstatic. Now this Mataji, this Guru Mataji, Shama Devi, her disciples open a bag and hand her a little mridanga. She starts playing the mridanga in kirtan. Now this is the first. There's a woman playing the mridanga in kirtan. Prabhupada doesn't say anything. All the women, all the Mataji are going, look, she's playing her mridanga. After that kirtan ended, Prabhupada said to Shama Devi, you lead. Whoa. A woman's going to lead a kirtan? Do you hear this? Let's do this off the mic. A woman is leading a kirtan with Prabhupada and all his disciples. She's pretty good too. She's got a great voice. She's dancing around with the mridanga. Prabhupada's jumping up and down. The devotees are jumping up and down. This kirtan is like getting amazing. It's off the charts. It's so ecstatic. Before the kirtan's even over, one of the devotees calls New York. Brahmananda answers the phone. He says, Brahmananda, Prabhupada is jumping up and down. Brahmananda says, what do you mean? What do you mean jumping up and down? He says, no, he's in kirtan, he's jumping up and down. Brahmananda says, how do you jump up and down? The devotee says, you jump up and down. He says, what do you mean? He says, he's jumping up and down in the kirtan. Brahmananda goes, you mean we're allowed to jump up and down? He goes, yeah, it's ecstatic. Brahmananda hangs up the phone. He calls Boston. Haribol Prabhu, guess what? We're allowed to jump up and down in kirtan. Hangs up the phone. Calls Montreal. Haribol Prabhu, guess what? We're allowed to jump up and down in kirtan. Within an hour, kirtans are going all over the world. Haribol, jumping up and down. Should we do it? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, sit down. I didn't mean it literally, but thank you anyway. It's pretty ecstatic. So the whole movement changed right there. Now, if you jump up and down, you're just doing the normal thing. You're showing your ecstasy. You do the Swami step for like a half an hour. People look at you like, man, are you old school or what? Don't you know you're allowed to jump up and down? So Prabhupada got everyone so attached to prasadam, to chanting, and he made it fun so that you became enthusiastic for it. And that's what we really need, is this enthusiasm. Keep going, keep chanting, keep taking prasadam, keep staying around devotees. Don't go away. Don't stop. No matter what, do not stop. This is the important lesson. We must keep this enthusiasm. When you first joined, wasn't it just like so ecstatic? Then all of a sudden, what happens? You become advanced. And when you become advanced, you don't dance in kirtan. Sorry, I'm a little too advanced for that. I've got my spot right here. I don't move from it. When you first come and you chant japa, don't you like, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You like pound it out. It's so ecstatic. When you become advanced, you just go, where'd that enthusiasm go? Don't lose it. Keep it. It's fun. A lot of times I'm walking down the street here in Sridham Mayapur, and some guy, hey, Prabhu, how you doing? And I go, I'm doing excellent. They look at you like, what? Excellent? Because you're supposed to go, I'm good, thanks. Come on, I'm in Mayapur. I'm chanting Hare Krishna among so many devotees. I'm excellent. You should all be excellent. If you're not doing something right. Because this movement, it makes you excellent. It makes you ecstatic. Doesn't it? There you go. Now you're feeling it. And you really feel it, you'll do it even louder. That's the way. See what enthusiasm does? Now, from that first Haribol to the second Haribol, did you smile? Yeah. Why? Because it's ecstatic. Enthusiasm makes you feel so ecstatic. How you doing, Prabhu? Amazing. Or are you gonna? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, how are you? Okay. Yeah, okay. That's the material world. They got nothing to be excited about. There's no enthusiasm in the material world. There's nothing to look forward to. This is New Year's Eve. This is like the biggest day of the year for a karmi. It's New Year's Eve, man! Party! Woo! I'm going to have so much fun! Do you ever really have fun on New Year's Eve? No! It's depressing. You go home, it's like, oh, God, I didn't have fun. It's supposed to be New Year's. I'm supposed to have fun. What happened? Why didn't I have fun? Or you drink a lot of alcohol, because that's what you're supposed to do, right? You drink so much alcohol, you throw up. Is that fun? You're sick as a dog on January the 1st going, oh, I had a great time last night. Oh. That's what the karmis have to look forward to. But look what we're doing here in Mayapur. We're having a New Year's Eve party. We party like the Haris. How did the Haris party? We have kirtan. We get ecstatic chanting the holy names. That's a real party, don't you think? Like all we need is those little things you go, what? Little hats. Happy New Year. We're chanting Hare Krishna. This is the only way to be. We're really happy. It's ecstatic being a devotee. Don't let anybody tell you you don't want to feel this ecstasy. Don't think that becoming advanced means you don't want to be ecstatic. It's not true. You see pictures of Mahaprabhu and his kirtan. They're not just like walking around like mummies and stiffs, like, oh God, Mahaprabhu wants us to chant again. Okay, you get the mridanga, all right. It's never like that. You're feeling ecstasy. You're chanting with Mahaprabhu. Well, guess what? Panchatattva right downstairs there. When you're in front of him, what are you going to do? Hey, Mahaprabhu. And what time is it now? All right, only 2 more minutes and I can go. Feel the ecstasy. Let the ecstasy come out. What's the problem with that? Someone's going to laugh at you? No, you laugh at them. You're not dancing. Ha ha. You're not getting any ecstasy. We turn the finger around. Like people used to criticize us. Why don't you people get a job? Prabhupada says, why don't you just join us? Pretty simple. So there's one story where a devotee here in Mayapur, after the Mayapur festival, he came to Srila Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, here in Bengal, they chant Haribol. They love chanting Haribol. Don't you guys love chanting Haribol? Is there any Bengalis here? Yeah, I know. You're Bengali, right? Stand up. No. But we love chanting Haribol here in Bengal. And Prabhupada responded in a different way. And I got to find what the response is while I'm speaking, so bear with me. Okay. So Prabhupada they asked him, Prabhupada, they're chanting Haribol here a lot. And Prabhupada says, let them chant Haribol. I will chant Hare Krishna and go back to Godhead. Okay. So that kind of makes it sound like you don't want to chant Haribol. Is that right? That's what it makes it sound? Okay. Not true. In a lecture in 1967 in San Francisco, Srila Prabhupada said Haribol in a Chaitanya Charitamrita lecture. He said, quote, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's special feature, as you see in this picture, and he pointed to the picture, he would simply raise his hands, ask anybody to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And the people would. In the crowd, they would also respond to Lord Chaitanya. Everyone would respond to Lord Chaitanya. So in this way, everyone was enjoying. And then there's some Bengali, I won't say it. This is from the Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 7.159. And the sound of Hare Krishna, Haribol, that became, there are 2 slogans. One, Hare Krishna, and another, the short version, is Haribol. Haribol. You can practice that also. That Haribol. Devotee said, Haribol? Nobody's heard this before, right? Haribol? What is Haribol? Prabhupada says, yes, Haribol. That is a shortcut of Hare Krishna. Yes, Haribol. Haribol means the sound of Hari, or the Lord. Haribol. So whenever there was some greeting, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to answer, raising his hand and saying, it's a little contradiction there. But Prabhupada authorized Haribol, just not 5,000 Haribols. A couple. A few at the end, quite all right. Just don't get stuck into chanting Haribol, 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 Haribol. Don't pull out your beads and think there's a shortcut. Haribol, 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 Haribol. Don't take it literally. Okay. So the main point is practice this Krishna consciousness with enthusiasm. How do you get this enthusiasm? Because your mind will tell you, don't do it. Don't jump up and down. Don't set your alarm for 3:30 in the morning. Nobody gets up at 3:30. Your mind is going to tell you these things. Well, here's your little way of defeating the mind and becoming enthusiastic. Shut up, mind. I'm getting up. I'm not even going to think about not getting up. I'm not even going to give you the time of day. Forget about it. I'm getting up. Don't dance, don't dance, don't dance. You're too cool to dance. You're not a good dancer, you know. Come on, have you seen yourself dance? You look ridiculous. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just stand there. Everybody will think you're really advanced. No, the heck with that. Dance. Who cares what you look like? You really care when you go back to Godhead? Oh, there's that time you danced kind of funny. Sorry, you can't come back to Krishna Loka. It doesn't work like that. It's the other way around. You know how we are in this movement. Everything's reversed. Dancing is good. Even if you can't dance good, it's good. Makes sense? Prasadam, always good. Even if it's not good, it's good. Remember these things. It's very important tips. Class being over at 9 o'clock. It's good. Because they give you this instruction. Have you guys ever been up here? You see this? Please finish the Gita class with questions and answers and comments by 8:25. That's what it used to be. And then they switched it to 9 a.m. So I have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No time. That's it. It's 9 o'clock. Class is over. Anybody want to make a comment? Haribo! Let's take the shortcut. Haribo! 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 Okay. That's it. That's all I got. You can go now. Hare Krishna.